Here are the first steps to completing Pig 64 Part 2, plus getting the Nor skin in Piggy. In the Grasslands map, you're going to want to go to the big neon white box and enter it. Once you have entered, go towards the desk and talk to the NPC. This NPC will ask you a question of why you were banned. You're going to click the top option, which was I was banned for no reason, and then he will go on to ask you a few more questions. The questions are all in a random order, so make sure that you memorize all of my answers. Once you answered all the questions correctly, you will get the first badge that makes you unbanned and able to explore the rest of the world. After you exit the white box, go to the Medora and take a trip overseas to the pier. Once you get to the pier, go inside of the water and collect 600 cash if you don't have it already. After you've gotten your 600 cash, go to the axolotl and buy a fishing rod off him. After you get the fishing rod, just fish until you get a secret treasure map. The treasure map will tell you that the X marks the spot is located back at the grasslands near the windmill. And next to the windmill are a bunch of trees, one of them having a tiny little entrance. To enter the tiny door, we're gonna have to go into the overworld and pay a visit to Paco. There's a shrink potion that you can craft as long as you have 5 colas, 2 wine bottles, and 77 piggy coins and cash. You can get the colas from AJ Alpaca, the wine bottles from... what's his name again? Anyways, after you have everything, make sure you craft the shrink potion and go back to the grasslands. Once you're in the grasslands, go back to the windmill and at that tree where the tiny door is. Once you're next to the tree, use the shrink potion and enter. Once you're inside the tree, go all the way to the top of the stairs where there is a code. The numbers in this code are 6845. When you put that code in, the doors will open and you will collect the bone from the chest. Next, you're gonna go to the pier map and meet up with Darcy. The dog has a green key in their mouth, and since we just got a bone, we could trade the bone for the green key. In order to do the trade though, the dog challenges us to a dance battle, which includes these 5 emotes. If you don't have them already, make sure you grind $500 to buy all of them. During the dance battle, there is a certain order of emotes that you have to do in order to win. Make sure to memorize the order that I'm about to do so that you can win the dance battle. After this cutscene is done, what you're gonna do is go to the other world and meet up with Paco to fix the broken green key. In order to do this, you of course need the broken green key and $500. After you crafted it, a pop-up will appear that says question mark, would like to chat with you. After you press the red X a few times, you'll then be put in a cutscene where you're speaking to Nor. After you're done talking to Nor, go back to the pier map where there will now be wandering NPCs trying to kill you. Make sure that you buy the hammer and the lockpick from the axolotl so that you can access the sewer. Once you're in the sewers, you have to find the green key door and be careful not to get killed by the other NPC that's chasing you. After you unlock the door, you'll be teleported to a new area called the Chambers. Once you're in the Chambers, there is a police pig and a few other people. The officer pig gives us an objective of questioning people and trying to figure out who stole a part. In order to question the people, you're gonna need to get the magnifying glass from AJ Alpaca in the grasslands. The culprit for who stole the part is random for everybody, and for me it was the deer here. After you get the part, you gotta put it into this sound machine right outside of the room. After pressing on the sound machine, a bunch of different animal noises will play. The first animal noise that you hear is the one that you want to type in onto the keyboard on the wall. So for me, the first noise that played was the dog. I did that, and then the door unlocked. Once you enter the door, you'll be teleported to this interesting area with a long path that leads to a portal to the warehouse. An area we once thought was impossible to find. After we go through the portal, we're introduced to a very interesting scene of Ryder Page getting beaten down by a pink character. The entire area consists of rooms of Ryder Page just being beaten up. That's not really important though. What you're really gonna do is go through the large wooden door that leads us to a mini Nor boss fight. In this minigame, you have to collect a bunch of keys and use them on all the different doors until you get the final key, the black key, and use it on the black door to get a broom and just whack Nor with it. All the key colors and door colors are randomized, so I can't really help you here. You're just gonna have to do it yourselves. In the beginning, Nor does not spawn on the first floor. He only spawns on the second floor. So, as soon as you unlock that first door, just expect Nor to come downstairs and find a good hiding spot. If you're being chased by Nor, you can use these neat little hiding spots behind desks where he cannot reach you. Make sure to be careful of these weird little black puddles or vines on the ground. I honestly don't know. In Ernest C3's tutorial video, he was talking about some black vine things that invert your controls and alert Nor. But every single time I got it, there was just nothing there. Do you really see anything here? Anyways, once you unlock the final black door, you will get a broom. Make sure you have the broom out in your hands and go up to Nor and just smack him. After you defeat Nor, you will be kicked out of the game, and once you go back in, you'll be teleported to the firewall obby. Here's how to complete the first part of the obby. After you've completed the first part of the firewall lobby, click on the model of the second part to enter it. The second part of the firewall lobby requires you to hit all the levers before the time runs out and the lava gets to you. Here's how to complete it. After you completed the firewall lobby part 2, you'll be teleported back to the regular area where there is another firewall lobby. Here's how to complete it. So that's all 3 firewall obbies down, but now what you need to do is go to the elevator after completing the 3rd obby. The elevator is going to take you higher up, like way above the firewall obbies, and you're just going to jump off the ledge. And once you do this, you'll be taken to a new area where the boss fight lies ahead. In order to get where the Nord boss fight is, follow the money on the ground. Once you go to the very edge of the map, you'll be greeted with a little portal that will take you to the boss fight. Now hold on a second, before you go into the boss fight, make sure that you have a weapon, such as a sword or a lightsaber. Also, if you go to Pistoni's, where you originally got the wine bottles, there is an item called lasagna, which gives you an extra damage boost. Now that you've got all of that, you can enter the boss fight. Lore has 3 different phases. The first one, not really that much of a threat. My strategy that I used was just circling him the entire time while getting as many hits as possible whenever he loses shield. I don't think you really need to use any of your lasagna for the first phase, as it's not that difficult to beat. The second phase is a little bit more challenging with like a few new moves that could do more damage than the first phase. I don't think using any lasagna is necessary for the phase 2 either. The only reason why I would use it is to speed up the process. Now, stage 3 is pretty difficult, and this is where you want to use all of your lasagnas. Keep in mind that the damage does not stack, so don't eat them all at once. Save one for each different time that the shields go down. I almost forgot to mention that all 3 phases have at least one move that inverts your controls, so be extremely careful. After you beat all 3 phases of the Nor boss fight, a final cutscene will play, and then you get the Nor skin in Piggy. And that is how you unlock the Nor skin in Piggy and beat Pig 64 Part 2. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it helped you. But that's all I have today, and see you guys in the next one.